What's up, boys? Hype it up. It's time for spider tanks. Woo! I gave you guys 2 minutes, okay? I think it was enough of a Oons Club moment, party in the USA kind of moment, Miley Cyrus shout out kind of thing. I don't know what you are all up to. It's like 2023. We don't talk about that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, we are now live for the Bowtie Showdown Creator Cup. The first in Gala history, in Spider Tanks history, in Classy history. We're hosting this today. We are solo casting because guess what? All the energy in the world encapsulated in the viewers' minds, in their souls, in their hearts to play some Spider Tanks. I have an awesome showcase here. We've got 12 of some of the top creators in the entire Web3 gaming space. Of course, unequivocally, the victor of the Spider Tanks Bowtie Showdown Creator Cup, I know that's a big one to stomach, is, of course, the best tankers in the history of Spider Tanks. That's just how we do it here. I hope you guys are having a great time. I hope you're all having fun. I think it's going to be a fun event. I think we're all going to have a banging old time here. The ladies and gentlemen have received their brackets. There is, of course, a $1,500 prize. Hey, it ain't no joke out here. It ain't no joke at all. Let me actually go ahead and show that for you. If you didn't believe it here, now you're going to go ahead and believe it. This is the humbling of a century here. The largest Bowtie Showdown yet. Huge shout out, good morning by the way, to Gala Games and Community Gaming for making this event possible. To showcase all of the progress in the Web3 space, but not only that, in the Gala Games sphere, because guess what? I don't know if anybody has a bias toward of Spider Tanks. I personally love Spider Tanks. I think it's one of the coolest things in the world. If I had to choose a game to play, it would probably be Spider Tanks, at least for now. Don't catch me outside saying that, but I've been playing way too much Spider Tanks lately, and it's so much fun to be able to showcase this. All right, let's go ahead, show off the prize pool here. First place, $750. Second place, $500. Third place, $125. And then fourth place, $125. AKA, it's a fat bracket. It's going to be a fun old time. All the content creators going to have a good old time in the Spider Tanks sphere. We've even got a debut of the Classy Games coffee. This is actually the first time in history of Bowtie Showdown that we're actually able to showcase coffee. So big shout out to my girlfriend for providing the coffee in this because, trust me, I am going to need the coffee, quite frankly. Games are already being set up. It's actually kind of crazy how fast these things are happening. I'm really needing to go ahead, enter exhibition mode, get everything done, get everything ready, because right now, we've got to showcase some epic gameplay. The thing is that the teams playing here, they're not that bad either. Like, they ain't no joke. And so with that being said, I think we're already getting into the lobby here. Let's go ahead, hop on here, and check out some of the first teams here. Of course, I'm not going to be playing because I'm not going to brag or anything, but Classic Games is a little bit of a deity player in it of his own. He is one of the top players in the entire Spider Ticks industry, at least for now. Maybe it's a little bit of a bragging right here. But we are going to be spectating these games. We're going to be casting them. I've actually learned a lot as of recent in return to going back in my Spider Tanks journey and learning more about the free tanks. This is actually a free tank tournament. This game is 100% free. Literally, you hop on the game and you just play. It's as simple as that. You could go ahead, do the whole pilot program if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, you don't need to do it. It is whatever you want to do, but I'm trying to see some Spider Tank in action, as Derek is saying it. And I'm really excited for this one because the creators we have are some of the biggest creators in the entire Spider Tank space, but not only the Spider Tank space. Honestly, like, just Web3 gaming in general. They are massive teams. They are conglomerates in and of themselves. We have the first team, which is the one and only In a Crypto Stash. In a Crypto Stash. Listen, I have no idea how to do it. Like, I tried to do it, failed miserably. But yes, we have Crypto Stash's team. We've got Pixie. We've got Rex. Pixie, of course, big shout out there. Killing it over here in the Web3 gaming space as of lately with Decrypt. We've even got YDK, which YDK is doing their own thing by being all, this is, by the way, a very big power team. The Spider Tanks creators. They are all of the Spider Tanks creators that are the largest right now. Like, they're killing it right now, which is going to be really interesting to see here how they end up performing against some of these other names that aren't as, well-versed in Spider Tanks. I mean, that's going to be interesting stuff. I am very interested in seeing how this one ends up going here, and I'm looking forward to this one. But you know what? You know what, guys? I'm going to tease you a little bit here because we have another game that is starting a little bit sooner, a wee bit sooner, and we're going to hop on this one. We're killing it right here. We're flying through these games like no tomorrow right now because the chicken tenders. By the way, the lore for Spider Tanks is absurd. I'm not going to talk about it here, but if you look at it, you're going to understand why exactly things match up in the way they match up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get in your tanks and conquer your enemies. I'm ready. I'm officially ready. Kings here. We have Jedi. We have a lot of people from Spider Tanks here. It's good to see that y'all showed up. You're here to see some Spider Tanks gameplay. These people are here to go ahead and bring out a spectacle here in terms of Spider Tanks, and I'm always excited to bring these different types of tournament formats here for Bowtie Showdown to kind of showcase the different aspects of Spider Tanks. We did the first tournament on Team Deathmatch. This one's actually on Kill Confirmed. Kill Confirmed is a really cool game mode, by the way. I would say it's pretty unique to Spider Tanks in general. And so with the match starting in 1 second, we are officially loading into Kill Confirmed on Safe Haven. Map number 1 here. And one of the more interesting maps because of its multiple choke points. Now, incredible just choice of tanks here from the top team. Hey, the Cool Kids Gaming, which is Icy 8-Bit Tendies and Paisan, they really know what they're doing here. Because what they've opted to do, it seems like, these are lava launchers. I mean, these are literally lava launchers, level 0 lava launchers. We see a rocket artillery. We see another lava launcher. This is a bouncer over here. Bouncers go ahead whenever you hit and, make contact with an enemy. It ends up bouncing off, doing damage to them. And then we've got Blue Mojo with a cannon. Now, cannons are also very good weapons in Spider Tanks because they're kind of like, when you load up to games and you've got to find that character that is just all around. It's a jack of all trades. Cannons are jack of all trades. They're good at pretty much everything. Now, they're not incredible, right? There's like T-Rexes that are amazing at long range, and there's flamethrowers that are really good at close range combat. Instead, cannons are kind of like, we're not necessarily the best at everything, but we're sure as hell going to be consistent. And that's what's really important in this game. The consistency of Spider Tank. Let me go ahead and take a sip of this coffee. While we're taking a sip of this coffee, we're going to see how this game starts. I think I saw 2 people there, so I'm not 100% sure whether or not we're going to be seeing all of these people fighting in this game necessarily. I do know, Spider Tanks, of course, it's in its own regard, one of the most advanced crypto games in here. But if we only see 2 people on here, you can't start. Where is the last? You can leave. Yes. You can go ahead and leave. Everyone can join the game. Well, of course, creators have to join the game. Seems like they're having a little bit of trouble there, so we'll let them do their little thing over there and hopefully have fun while they're waiting for the game to start. Let's go ahead and check on over at the Yukon lobby over here. Seems like they're also doing their own thing. The matches are loading in pretty quickly. All right. Let's fucking go. Let's go, boys. But yeah, I think it's been a long time coming for Spider Tanks that these tournaments become more of a consistent thing. By the way, look at this. Look at how crazy this team is. You've got, what is this, Legend 3, a Legend 1, and then a Gold player against unranked players. This is going to be, but the thing is, okay, these guys are comfortable playing with more expensive tanks. They're more comfortable playing with some of these higher caliber tanks. They're not comfortable playing in equalized levels. There are a lot of deity players that have lost. For example, last tournament, there was a team full of golds that beat a team full of deities. Like, it was that crazy. Deity is a top rank in Spider Tanks. It happened because they weren't comfortable playing in a scenario where they had to use free tanks. And it makes 100% sense. And also, a really cool thing, if this tournament drags on, the tanks that they're using literally restarts. Like, they get new free tanks. So we might have a scenario where they're playing tanks right now, they're really comfortable, and then all of a sudden, it just all break points and culminates, and that's always something you don't want to see. Because if you're comfortable with one thing, and then you get something else, and you prepared for one thing, it all of a sudden makes a scenario where people that are maybe not as well versed with the game can bring out a comeback story, which is exactly what we want to see. All right, we've got one more person to join here and make the whole group a very happy group. I believe we're missing, what is it, Pixie to be able to start this game. Once we get her in here, we start the game, we start kill confirmed, we go unshrouded, shrine promise to stream snipe. No. You first off, you don't have the password. You couldn't stream snipe even in your wildest of dreams. And now it looks like the lobby has officially filled up. Got Pixie, we've got Rex, we got Stash, we got RNG Crypto, we have Smiling Monster, and Yukon. I am really keen on seeing the team composition that these teams come up with, because when you're playing in game modes like this, literally anything can happen. I want to show you all the chickens here. Shrouded Shrine is actually one of the largest maps in Spider Tanks. Well, they are very similar maps, but in terms of how large they are in a mass. Got it. All right, let's do this. Let us do this. I'm so excited. All right, Light, let's ready up. Let's get into the first Spider Tanks game of the Bowtie Showdown Creator Cup. I'm surprised we started this early. 13 minutes in. Hey, this is PR. Personal record. 2-1. We're starting in here. Kill confirmed. Shrouded Shrine. We're going to kill it. We're going to destroy our enemies here. And let's get into this one. We've got Smile over here. It looks like he's doing the fire artillery. I love that thing. It goes pew, 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 pew on the lava pretty much. I think it's a wonderful weapon. I actually think it's really strong. Yakana is doing a shotgun, and then RNG goes for a T-Rex. T-Rex is really interesting at level 0. I actually personally haven't seen a lot of gameplay of a T-Rex. The thing I'm talking about right here is this. This is the T-Rex. This is the shotgun. I'm pointing it with my mouse. And then this is the whole fire artillery. On the other team, Pixie is doing a interesting composition here. She's going for more of a nomad-ish build with a finisher. Finishers are sharks. They're really good. They're homing missiles, but the only thing that is bad about them is they're pretty slow. So you can easily dodge them. You know, they might be homing, but you can't do too much damage per second. So there are definitely drawbacks to this tank. A tank I really like, which Crypto Stash is playing right now, is the Junker on the bottom and the Chicken on the top. I think Chicken is a very strong tank in Spider Tanks. If you play it right, it does a lot of burst damage. It does a lot of area of effect damage. Very solid tank all around. And last but not least, we've got the Bouncer, which is pretty much going to wrap everything around and make sure things happen. I never saw Fire Artillery and Brain again. Now you are, Thiago. You're seeing a lot of things that people aren't comfortable seeing in actual games on Spider Tanks. And the really cool thing is that I like is these teams are actually color coding everything. I mean, these guys are all white, and the enemy team's all a different color, which seeds in the camaraderie here. We all strike together here. And so game 1 of Kill Confirmed, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're in. Now let's go ahead. Look at the spectate feature on spider tanks. So beast. Now the first thing they immediately need to do is get the center fold here. Seems like Pixie is taking a while to go ahead and hop in here. Now in the game, it seems Yukon is trying to get an angle here. Big thing with tanks at lower battle rating levels. They need to go ahead and wait out, get energy. Yukon is using a speed boost to try to get in, but isn't finding the distance as, to be honest, the tank's pretty damn slow. And so Smilin needs to get a lot of different area of effect damage, getting really good hits off on Crypto Stash and Rex. The T-Rex is doing so much damage, amazing in maps like this, because it goes literally through the map. And this is one of those tanks that you need to get in close to be able to get. But with the first kill going to Yukon and, quite frankly, murdering Rex, Pixie Kid is also going to be going down. And Crypto Stash needs to be very careful here as one rocket artillery gets in there and boom! A death goes in there. 3-0. Yukon is looking like he wants to sweep Rex, but he needs to be careful here because Bouncer can be extremely deadly in the right hands. They're learning very quickly why a good composition on spider tanks is necessary as the T-Rex is wrecking mayhem during the mayhem of spider tanks. 6-0 very early on. Good thing about round robins is the fact that these teams are going to be able to go ahead and practice. I mean, these games aren't that important. These are more warm-up games than anything, showcases to be able to see these players get more and more comfortable with these tanks over time. So I wouldn't feel too demoralized. And with 2 minutes left, trust me, 6-0 game is definitely comebackable. What is the password for the tank? I'm not going to give you the password. Anyway, Pixie Kid gets hit in here. A huge rush in coming from Yukon. Crypto says trying to get a connection, but doesn't really find it with the game 8-0. It seems like the pressure is on the red team and the GIA to be able to close this one out. Yukon seems to be going for a speed boost here to get a couple connections on Crypto Stash. Does find it. T-Rex is getting a lot of damage, but an AoE coming from Cade here and a cloak, which look at that invisibility. Isn't that cool? Isn't that sick? It is sick. I love this. I love this. And the repair zone coming in to try to heal. It does seem like they need to push in, but they don't have the right team composition, it seems, to be able to make it a reality. We need to see Kate start spamming the finisher because of the fact that it's so good at being a zoning tool. Zoning tools are pretty much those tools that keep people from pushing hard on you, which is kind of the problem we're seeing here. I would really like to see Kate kind of spam the finisher down and see if we can get some momentum in that regard. Crypto Stash also has a ton of burst damage with his chicken that he can tap into. And with this matchup, it is very important to hold choke points. This T-Rex seems like it's really strong, but look at how far it can get. It can't actually get all the way. And a really cool thing with tanks in this game is that they all have very big weaknesses. In fact, Yukon he literally doesn't care. Oh my god. Yo. Hey, he's just going in there. Yo, he's showing up and teaching him how to play spider tanks. That is insane right there. Just rushing in and just showing him how to play spider tanks. That is one heck of a way to introduce people to this game. And I mean, this is a very simple game where it feels like the team composition from the enemy team. I actually really like this team comp. Some people will go after me about this, but I do like the GIA team composition. What I would have liked to see, which if they're seeing the stream, they're going to get some alpha here, and unfortunate for the other teams, but I really would have liked to see Vortex, because Vortex is an ability, when you throw it down, you just destroy people. Like, it isn't even close. And so we would love to see that. We would love to destroy people. And so with that first game going through, hey, you now quickly learn what's up with spider tanks. That's all I have to say. All right, let's hop on to this next game. And I believe they're pretty close to starting this game. What's up? What's up? How we doing? We got Hub here. They're in here disputed. Oh my gosh. Is that the real classy? No. This is not classy. Sorry. Baron here disputed. Yeah, it's definitely one of those tanks more than a straight to zero. Oh my god. What? Let's get it done, boys. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. 10 seconds in here. I believe they're going for the first game. This is, of course, another kill confirmed game. Looks like they want to start with Safe Haven. This map is really good for tanks that like to just abuse chokes. If you can abuse a solid choke, then you're going to do really well. And if there's any DD players, if there are any high-ranked players that are looking at this game, you immediately see an advantage on Icy's team. Literally, Web3 Gamer has a huge advantage here in terms of choke points if they play this right. Now, in terms of solid weapons, though, I love the Hub's tank. He's doing the Shark, he's doing the finisher. Like I said on the last game, Pixie has to go ahead and spam that finisher down on some of the more uncomfortable angles to be able to take advantage of this gun. You can't be near people with this gun, but if you can go ahead and get in proper range here, you can absolutely decimate your opponents. Now, with this being said, Paisan and Icy are both going lava launchers. If you're going lava launchers, you know one thing. You need to hold the choke point. Safe Haven is the map for choke points. I'm going to go ahead and literally show you the choke points here, but this is why it's so important to, acknowledge what map it is, because certain tanks are extremely strong on certain maps. And so going into this game, I really want to see from Icy's team some repair drones. I want to see repair drones. I want to see, shield drones. I want to see reactive platings. I want to see speed boost. I want to see everything in between to be able to fully take advantage of this team composition. I also, could see vortexes. Vortexes could be interesting from Icy because they have heavier bodies. If you didn't know, heavier bodies do generate more energy. You need energy to cast abilities, which are these things right here. So if we could go ahead and see a little bit more of that pressure being seeped in, that could be really good. I like Tendy's grenade. Grenade is a really strong ability if you go ahead and land it. And so, look at this. Choke point. Choke point. Choke point. Choke point. It's just choke points everybody. Everybody just gets a choke point over here. And so going into this game, immediately, remember, big thing in spider tanks is if you're on the bottom of the map, you immediately have an advantage because of the way that FOV works. It's very important to get to the bottom of the map and keep that steady. Now, Kafina here is going to take a couple shots here, which is perfectly fine here. And look at this angle from the Shark. These are some huge hits coming out here. Kafina needs to be careful. This is why you need to take heals in this game, because if you're taking a ton of damage, you can just heal your way back up there. A Blue Mojo is taking a couple shots. They need to restart their health. They need to get right up there, get back to full HP. Every 15-20 seconds, this heal over here comes and gets. And the lavas are doing exactly what I said they should be doing, which is holding the ground. They need to kill this cannon turret right now. Oh my god, Blue Mojo's in a really interesting position. But guess what? Look at Kafina. She's just going. She's out of here. She doesn't care about this game right now. She's like, hey, I'm going to go pick up this heal real quick. I'm going to go around here for a little bit. I think she thought about it and she was like, nah. But Blue Mojo just getting the first kill and Ice just gets destroyed. Oh my god. They didn't get the egg. Oh, but Kafina got it. Kafina, you have to get this. You have to get this egg. Oh, but he gets the heal over here. And the pressure is here for Hub. Continuously spraying down Shark finishers, but they don't get the egg. Oh, and the bouncer, as you can see, the bullets are going everywhere. 8-bit Tendy's about to die over here. And Blue Mojo is taking damage right now. They need to be careful here, but Kafina gets another kill. And you can see the Ricochet destroying the enemy team. And a triple kill coming in on the Bowtie Showdown Game 1 for the Web3 gamers and the Cool Kids Gaming. Kafina's just showing up over here. Big shout out. This is crazy right here. And so now these angles, I love to see this from Paisan, Icy, and Tendy's. These are the angles you need to hold them. The only problem is your grenade. Oh, look at that damage. Yeah, grenade ain't no joke in this game. 8-bit Tendy's is taking a ton of damage right now through the wall. This wall is very strong. It goes ahead and blocks abilities. That's why it's so good. And I personally think wall is a very strong ability on different game modes, different abilities, different game modes. They specialize in different things, which is the cool thing about this game, right? You never go exactly the same thing every game. There's the small adjustments that you need to make for every build that you do, for every game mode that you do. And Blue Mojo just took a ton of damage here. Cool thing about lavas is that when they land a shot, it's kind of seeps in a little bit, right? I mean, if you get touched by molten lava, you're going to feel it for a little bit, to say the least. And so Paisan gets hit And then the fucking huge connection goes into Blue Mojo. And so this game is 2-4 right here. Kafina takes a huge shot, almost dies here, but with 30 seconds, they need to start putting in work. And the big problem with putting in work is this Shark finisher is putting in even more work than they ever could. He's getting some huge connections off by spamming this finisher. And this is why I keep telling you all, if you spam this finisher, people sometimes they just don't know how to play against this thing. So it's getting some huge connections off, and Paisan getting a couple shots off, but not enough. And in 15 seconds, you need to get 4 kills. It's literally physically impossible at this point to be able to get 4 kills. And so this game is going to be going to the Cool Kids Gaming. They're going to get the first game. They're going to make a huge stance here in showing to the Spider Tanks world that they are not to be joked around about. What a juicy little game was that, huh? I think we're starting to get to that point where they're going to start getting comfortable with these tanks. And when they get comfortable with these tanks, yo, that is when things are going to get really, really good. Which is what we like to see, right? It's a GG easy kind of thing, right? And so this is the best of 3, so they're going to go ahead and pick the map. Red team can pick the next map. They're going to go ahead and do the thing. You suck it up. Yo, look at how straight up with the BM. You like to see it over here. Those missiles are, they're actually like not that strong. I don't like playing with sharks that often. I'll tell you why. Finishers actually, they don't do enough damage. When you're in high elo and every tank is pretty tanky, they're moving really fast. They're strafing all over the place. They're dodging every ability. It gets pretty annoying to be able to actually land enough shots to get damage done. With this being said, though, it's still a really strong tank. Like, it's a solid tank. And that's the thing. Like, most of these tanks in this game, I couldn't say, like, being 100% honest, there is no one tank that just makes me be like, I want to delete this game, right? Like, every tank has its own, strengths and weaknesses. Looks like they want to go Jungle Temple. Hey, listen, I respect some Jungle Temple. What's up, GT38? How you doing? Welcome to the Bowtie Showdown. We're doing our thing over here. The best of 3s are already seeping in. It's going pretty quick. I mean, they're doing their things already. They're just bombing it over here. And these best of 3s, these are mostly just warm-up rounds. We're going to have 3 best of 3s pretty much. Like, they're all going to go against each other one time. And then after that, the real end of it all does go ahead and do it. How many do we play? Best of 3. Best of 3. All right. Web3 gamers get to pick. Yes. Loser picks map. Okay, let's get it done. I don't think it matters too much. All right, let's get it done. 8 seconds until we get to the second game. By 30 viewers here, smash the like button if you haven't already. You already know the YouTuber is going to be asking you to smash the like button. Go ahead, hug the like button. Tell the like button you love him. And tell Gala Games you love him too. Tell Community Gaming you love him even more. You know what? Just tell everybody you love him. It's always good to spread positivity in this world. All right, let's get into this one. So, are there any tank changes? The answer is no. Kafina is like, okay, I mean, I got a triple kill last game with this balancer. If I just do the same exact thing I did last game, I'm just going to destroy them. I would like to see... I took the like button out for a nice steak dinner. Yeah, we all love Community Gaming. And we all love Wasif, too. It's just goated. Goated. All right, let's get into this one, though. So, in terms of abilities, I'm not even going to kid you. Kafina needs to go Vortex. If anybody here is looking at this stuff, just please, go Vortex. Like, just go Vortex if you're doing AoE. Because if you do Vortex, you just destroy everybody. You throw them off the map and you just, like, they go explode. They literally, insane. Like, it just self-combust. The players using their own tanks. They're using the free tanks for Aang. Let's do this. When GIA get good? Damn. The BM over in the chat right now. What's up? What's going on over there? Okay. So, in terms of tanks, kill confirmed, I don't like the artillery turret. This is one of the abilities I'm not the biggest fond of. I think it costs like 7 energy, and it doesn't do that much damage. I like seeing cannon turrets because they shoot faster, they do more damage. Paisan's been doing research here or what? Because he's doing the right thing. Oh my, the triple repair zone. Hey, what's up over here? Triple repair zone. Okay, so this is an AoE healing ability. So if they do triple repairs, I'm like, how are they even going to kill them? Does that even look at that? Look at Icy. It's just like, I'm not even gonna play this game. Like, how do you even kill them at this point? All right, getting into the game 2 of the best of 3. Of course, advantage going over to the Kill Kids Gaming, which is the red team. Kafina immediately going in for some damage here. Doesn't get the connections. Gets actually kind of churned out over here. Icy is trying to get the choke point hold, but honestly, Hub is just spamming his finisher. He's like, what are you even supposed to do against this thing? I'm just going to keep shooting over and over. But guess what? Look at that. Like, the connections aren't happening. They're pretty easy to dodge here. And Kafina is trying to get some range. And a huge artillery strike goes over here. And 1 kill going over to Kafina. Kafina's kind of putting in some work right now. Gets picked off, though. If they can defend this egg, if they can pick up this egg and deny it, this is really good for the red team. Hub actually goes ahead and secures this over here. If reload for GA has no distance weapons, you are targeted. That's exactly what that is. Yo, shout out to Spider Tanks for targeting the GIA specifically. That's the thing, when you try to interrogate Jason, sometimes it kind of bites you in the ass, you know? So you've got to be careful for those moments. You've got to, like, kind of be in tune with how Spider Tanks functions in terms of, like, bribery in the free tank rotation. I'm obviously joking, guys. But a big kill going off over to the red team once again. They're playing really well, by the way. Like, This is really solid gameplay here for Spider Tanks here. They're holding the choke points. They're getting some long-range DPS over here. They're making sure things work. By the way, if you're using free tanks and you don't have long distance, you need to go teleport. You need to go blink, relay drone. You need to get in there. You need to get in the nitty-gritty. You need to show them what's up. That's exactly what it is. All right, getting into this one, though. They are in this choke point. I actually like this choke point for red. This is actually pretty solid. Now, 8-bit tendies can do a lot of damage here. He is literally doing free right now. They have a triple repair zone. Paizan can kind of just chill. He'll get free health. And with a minute 35, this is very winnable for blue. Kafina's trying to get some range here to be able to get some connections and kills, and she is landing them. Oh my, look at Tendies. He's able to get destroyed over here. But they are pretty low. They're trying to rotate over here and get a pick off here. Icy's looking like he's in a really bad position. Does get picked off, but can they pick up the chicken? And they do get the chicken egg. And that's a big kill going over here. Kafina is going to try to speed boost in there, it feels like, to try to get a kill. Kafina almost dies, though, in the process. With a minute, it's still very possible to get a kill. Paizan is getting hit by the finisher, but the finisher does end up dying from 8-bit tendies, getting his first kill of the match. They do need to make sure that they get this egg, though. If they don't get the egg, they don't get the point. And with that being said, Kafina is going to be dying as well, but they have to get this egg. They literally... this is the problem with this game mode. You need to get in there, and sometimes getting in there means taking big risks. And you see both of them dying over here. Icy needed to have denied that. That's 2 more points going over to the Cool Kids Gaming. And with this game being 6-0, 30 seconds left, it's seeming like Kafina is out for blood right now. I mean, look at this right now. The cannon turret actually low-key kind of helps Kafina because it just bounces off of there. Big quality seems low in the stream. No, this is absolutely hey, if anybody's having problems on stream, just let me know. But I think it's pretty good right now. It's looking pretty good, to say the least. But yeah, anyway, getting into it though, 8-bit tendies. Oh, he just killed his teammate. The AoE just killed his teammate right there. And so it looks like pretty solid victory over here coming in for the red team. And Cool Kids Gaming is gonna take this. They're gonna take the dub. That is one epic show match here. And the really cool thing about a round robin, I don't know if you all knew this, but they can kind of do things that other tournament formats can't do. And so the next group is going to be starting. The missiles are insane. They aren't that great, but hey, if you don't know how to play against them, they could be pretty solid. Stream works great from, yeah, it's good, Steven. It's good. All right, the next one is going to be the Cool Kids Gaming against YDK, which are the 2 winners, right? Cool Kids Gaming 1, YDK 1, 2 of the better teams, it seems like, so far in the tournament. Want to see if it's a level playing field? You're not playing Chair Bandit? Yo, if Chair Bandit played, he would just smoke everybody. And we've got Web3 Gamer against the GIA. And so they have another opportunity over here to be able to kind of get more comfortable with these tanks. It's all good, boy, though. Let's get into the next matches, though. I'm trying to see some spicy gameplay. Yo, I'm not a content creator, Chair Bandit. Listen, you've been on the channel before. Low key, you are. Low key, you are. Okay. And this is why you're great. We all love you. We all love Chair Bandit. Chair Bandit makes things happen in this game. It was too easy. It was, hey, I want to see these people that keep talking smack just get humbled over here. The faster we can see people getting humbled, the better. The happier Classy is. Because the happier Classy is, the better this world ends up being. That's just great. The round 2 is already starting. It's been what, 20 minutes? We're actually right on track. Literally, I was like, oh, we're going to spend 20 minutes doing this. We're all going to be really happy. We're all going to do our thing. Looks good from my end in terms of spider tanks here. Like, that's exactly what we're expecting. And so, getting into the next match, looking at what Stash has, I really like... I like their team comp. I really like their team comp. I think it works. I think it does well. I think it, it puts in some work. I also liked Yakan's. Yakan was trying to go in really hard. He has a shotgun. I think shotgun's actually a pretty solid weapon in this game. Like, if we can actually, while, the whole intermission is happening, I want to show you all some of the tanks in this game and what they can do. So this tank is called the Beat Blaster. The Beat Blaster, just does its thing. This is, by the way, the tank that Spider Tanks had released in collaboration with Snoop Dogg. I mean, this is Snoop's, low rider is what they call it over here. And pretty much what it does is it kind of pushes the enemy a little bit, as you can see over here. Sometimes it stuns them. It does AoE damage. I think it's actually a pretty damn solid weapon in this game. Another weapon, which I do want to go ahead and showcase, is going to be the Tortoise. This is actually my tank. I love this tank. I'm obsessed with this tank. This is the tank that, if you've ever seen my videos, it's a tortoise, it's cute. And it does AoE damage, as you can see there. Look at that. Look at the work it puts in. Beast old tank. It does a ton of damage there. And it actually seeps in there and just keeps doing damage over and over and over. I love that tank. If you're getting into spider tanks and you're not Tortoise Gang, we're going to have problems. Okay, next tank is the Bouncer. So the Bouncer is a pretty cool tank. It's the tank that Kafina was using. When you hit an enemy, it does bounce. It's like a cannon, but it just hits enemies around. So if you're playing maps like Poultry Pusher, doing some of these more choke point heavy things. For example, like if we could see these bots get closer to each other, we'll be able to pretty much see the shots bouncing. Isn't that cool? That is some sick stuff. Other things that I'd like to showcase, and by the way, in terms of abilities, there's a couple of really good abilities in this game that I haven't seen yet from these teams. The first ability that I actually wanted to showcase is this ability, Vortex Zone, and Repair Drone. Repair Drone is really strong. It's a really strong ability. It heals you. As you can see here, it's healing me. So Vortex, look at this. You guys ready for this? 7 energy. This is what it does. It puts them all in the center. That's literally what it does. So imagine you're using an area of effect weapon, such as a bouncer gun, like this one, and then you do this. Yeah. Yeah. You can quickly see why this tank is so strong. It's pretty insane what this tank can do. So the next thing I'd like to go ahead and showcase is, I believe this is a newer weapon. Where's the Carver? I'm trying to show off the Carver over here. So this is the Carver. Look at this thing. Wow. What is the Nutso Constant Beam? So this is the T-Rex. So the T-Rex, I do actually own this tank personally. If I can find it over here. Where's this beautiful T-Rex? There's so many guns in this game, by the way. It's crazy. So this is the T-Ray. It looks so cool, by the way. It does have a body, if I can find it. Look at this. You guys ready for this? So it has a ray of death. And it goes through everything. Like, look at this. Wow. It just destroys everything in its wake. The only problem with this tank is, first off, it's really squishy. It doesn't kill that fast. Like, look at how fast this kills. It takes a while. Like, it takes a full clip to be able to kill someone. So people can literally rush into you and you just die. But it is a solid tank. Like, it's a good tank. It's really bad against some tanks. It's really good against other tanks. That's the really cool thing about this game. There's really good tanks for certain positions. Another cool one that I would like to... It's super red. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Another one I would like to kind of showcase. By the way, I don't own it. What is this? Ripper? I have never seen this tank before. Yo, did I just leak something? What is this? I've literally never seen this tank before. What is this? Oh my god. Wait, this is rad. Okay, so if it lands, it doesn't do anything, and then if it doesn't, it doesn't seem that crazy. And up here, what's this card you can play? Hell yeah, dude. What is the weapon though? I've never seen that weapon before. It's interesting. There's a lot of weapons that haven't been released in this game yet. There's a snowballer, which a snowballer is cool. I like this tank. Pretty much you go faster when you're in the actual snowballer range. It doesn't do too much damage, but it's actually really good when you go abilities like reactive plating, because when you try to get close in there, you just get destroyed. I mean, if you do damage to someone with reactive plating, you get immediately deleted. All right, it seems like the lobbies are finally being made. We're gonna go ahead and shift over to some classy crypto over here, which I don't know how your days are going, but I like how my day's going. I think it's pretty good. Playing some spider tanks, casting some spider tanks. I was actually playing spider tanks earlier today. I don't know if anybody was playing spider tanks, but if you were playing spider tanks in Deity, hey, straight up. All right, let's go to the spectator over here. Could you imagine I just hop into this game like, yeah, I'm actually a content creator too. So, you know, I got one game. I could go ahead and sub anyone over here. Classy DD player. Pub stomping everybody in a tournament. You know, one of these tournaments, I'm just going to play in them. And we're going to have some fun. Yo, if I played in a tournament, that would be mayhem. That would be mayhem right there. That'd be a lot of fun to do at some point. Well, we'll get to that point at some point. All right, so we're missing one person, and I believe that person is Kafina, right? Yeah, this is literally the winner's bracket we're seeing right now. And the winner of this one, I mean, if you win this one, you pretty much cement yourself as the strongest team. And the strongest team has a pretty good shot at winning the entire tournament. And if you win the entire tournament, you get bragging rights in Bowtie Showdown. And I personally, I haven't won a Bowtie Showdown yet. I haven't also played in a Bowtie Showdown. But if I did play in a Bowtie Showdown and I won a Bowtie Showdown, I would pretty much message Classy Crypto every single day, and I would kind of recite a poem. And this poem would go something along the lines of, you know, the message, of course, being that we need to show Classy that playing spider tanks is so much more than just winning. It's about valor. It's about perseverance. It's about honor, quite frankly. Some of the values that maybe people in the 21st century don't really showcase anymore. And maybe they do. Maybe they do showcase that. But sometimes it may feel a little bit hard to find that. But the first team that wins the Bowtie Showdown Creator Cup, they will have been the team that kind of just shows everybody what's going on over here. And so Yakan looks like he wants to play on Shrouded Shrine. I think Shrouded Shrine is a good map. Are they going to do the same thing? If they do the same thing and I see the same comp and they lose, I am going to lose it. Because at that point, you're in such an uncomfortable spot. And so, looks like they're getting ready to play this game. Kafina is loaded up into the game. And I'm ready to spectate this thing. I've never been more ready to spectate this thing. Frank saying, hey, Classy, will there be a free-for-all with all content creators? That would be cool for bragging rights. You know, I've thought of hosting a 1v1 tournament. I don't think we're there yet, though. I like showcasing esports in Spider Tanks. Like, it should be team gameplay. Like, I'm so curious to hear how these teams talk to each other during these games. If there's anybody yelling, if there's anybody going crazy. Because when you're playing in competitive, sometimes you can get crazy, right? So it would be nice to see team comms at some point. That'd be a really fun thing to kind of showcase at some point in future Bowtie Showdowns. Of course, like, right now, we're kind of in the early stages of this tournament, but it looks good. I mean, honestly, it looks good. Things are going pretty smooth right now. It seems like people are ready to go ahead and start with the next round of Bowtie Showdown. And I'm ready to cast it, quite frankly, here. And we're all doing this during a Tuesday. It's currently Tuesday. Everybody just got off work. People are grabbing a drink. They're chilling. They're doing whatever they're doing. Now they're playing a Bowtie Showdown.